let's jump into what I'm going to talk about for the next few minutes. How many of you understand that everything that we have our hands on, whether it be Elevate, whether it be the Zents line, and everything that we have to offer, how many of you would agree that we are participating in a multi-million-dollar opportunity? Now, you truly believe, now listen, I want you to understand that question has nothing to do with whether you are with us or not. You can see something from a distance. I can look at companies from a distance in the traditional space, and I can say, listen, that's a multi-million-dollar business right there. And even if I don't benefit from it, it doesn't mean that I can't say it. So whether you believe it's going to happen for you or not, we'll talk about that in just a second. How many of you believe that this is a multi-million-dollar opportunity? So now, hold on. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to personally visualize it being your multi-million-dollar opportunity vehicle. Let's just bring it down to something that you may be able to comprehend, because it's something we all get excited about. What if it was just $1 million opportunity? What if I, Boomerang, brought you $1 million in commissions in the next 10 years? Could you visualize that? Now, there are several people in this room that have already, they're already on the track to do it way before 10 years. But if it took you 10 years to drive this vehicle to a multi-million or a $1 million opportunity, would it be worth it? And what's cool is you can compress the time and make it closer as you want it to be starting today. As a matter of fact, let me do this. I want every single one of you to hold your right hand in the air. Hold your right hand in the air. And I know many of you have seen me do this before, but repetition is the mother of all skill. On the count of 3, you're going to bring your hand down and you're going to press an imaginary button, and that imaginary button is going to be your reset button. Because I know a lot of times, when I give you a visual to think of, especially when it's monetary or something that comes with success, you either count yourself in or you count yourself out. And there's no in between. If I said to you that this is a multi-million-dollar opportunity and you automatically said or thought to yourself a negative thought, that's you subconsciously already counting yourself out. And I want you to understand that you are in control of your thoughts when you want to be. So we're going to hit that reset button because I want to make sure that we all get this in the next few minutes. So listen. On the count of 3, you're going to erase and forgive yourself for anything that you've done wrong since the day you joined this business. And this goes for me too. Every mistake that you've made in this business. Every time you saw somebody up here on stage, you saw Edwin up here, and you're like, oh, Mr. Haynes, I wish you would have trained on that on my first day. I would have saved a lot of mistakes. Talitha, if you would have just trained me that on my first day. 1. Oh, Mr. Bugs, if I only knew that, I would have sponsored more people. I would have said so many things the right way, 2. Now, on the count of 3, this is you forgiving yourself, and this is you giving yourself a reset button. Come on, people, I need you at home. I need you at home participating at this. I can see you in the Czech Republic. Put your hand up. I can see you in Italy. Put your hand up. I can see you throughout Europe. Put that hand up. Because when you bring this hand down, that is you forgiving yourself. That is you hitting that reset button. And that is you saying, this is my first day and I Boomerang, and everything in my past has nothing to do with my future. 3. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your first day of the most profitable, fastest growing opportunity on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boomerang. Now sit down and let's go to work. This is your first day. Well, Johnny, I've already made $500,000. That was practice. Johnny, I'm already a diamond. Gary, that was practice. I just hit sapphire. It's not my first day. That was practice. Now I want to do something better. I want you to visualize the iBoomerang $1 million opportunity for yourself. So if you can help me backstage, let's give them a visual of what a $1 million opportunity looks like in iBoomerang. If you could put it up for me, please. Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at a $1 million bill from the founder and CEO. That is Mr. Holton Buggs. Now, I want every single one of you to make this a personal visual of where you're headed. Listen, Miles Monroe said this, Dr. Miles Monroe, the late great. He said, once you know where you're going, you know the roads not to take. Once you know where you're going, you know the roads not to take. So if I am on the road to a multi-million-dollar opportunity, and for those of you who just want to stay at $1 million, I don't care if it took you 10 years to get there, you know the roads not to take. So if I'm saying to myself, this is my $1 million path to freedom. This is my $1 million bill to the iBoom freedom. So I know the road to take. How many of you know just because you know the road to take, most people won't take it? Well, Johnny, it's common sense. Well, common sense is not commonly practiced. I wish it was. We wouldn't have any wars. Smart people lack common sense. Brilliant people lack common sense. Many people lack common sense because when you know the road of the path that you declared, not me. I asked you, could you visualize this being a $1 million opportunity for you? You said yes. That was your word. That was your declaration. But just because you declared it doesn't mean you're going to stay on the path. Well, Johnny, how do we know the path? The best advice I can give somebody who's their first day in the business, which is every single one of you, the thousands of individuals who are watching at home, the tens of thousands of individuals that will be watching this in the next 30 days on replay. It's your first day in the business if you hit that button. So now that it is your first day in the business, let me give you the best advice. And when I say the best advice, it is absolutely the best advice that I would give anybody on their first day in the business. Y'all don't want it. The best advice that I can give you, the best advice that have led me to a $1 billion, organization. 20 years in the industry. If I can go back and talk to Johnny on the first day, when I was 25 years old, February the 11th of the year 2000, on that day, what would I tell that Johnny? Do what your leader says until it makes sense. I promise you I could be done right now. But my question is, who are you calling a leader? Ooh. 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 Who do you call a leader? Your sponsor? The person who sponsored me in the industry was never my leader. And that's not disrespectful. It just means I was looking through him to the person that was living the life that I wanted to live. I would say and do what that person said. Why? They are a documented success story. I don't follow parked cars. If you're not moving, I can't get behind you. Because if I'm behind a parked car, I'm now part. So my question is, who do you listen to? You're looking at them. You got somebody who's a sapphire and their numbers are continually to grow, listen to that person. But the ultimate voice that I listen to, Mr. Holton Buggs. The next voice that I listen to, Mr. Edwin Haynes. If Mr. Edwin Haynes says that the moon is made of cheese, how do you say moon? Luna? The Luna is made of queso. If you told me the Luna was made of queso, I'm gonna go get some chips. If Mr. Holton Buggs told me that a duck, quack, quack, duck, a duck could pull a truck, I will be the one hooking it up. I'm that coachable. If you want to be unstoppable in this business, you got to be coachable, trainable, and teachable. Well, Johnny, I'm going to follow this path. I'm going to be on the path. I want that $1 million. I don't care if it takes me 36 months. I don't care if it takes me 10 years. I want to make $1 million and I boomerang. And here you go, starting down this path. You're positive. You're fired up. You're excited. And you start learning. And they start telling you what to do to get your business off to the right track. And something they say, listen, make a list of 20 people and let's get on the phone with them in the next 24 hours. And you say, that won't work. Cut it. Now you're cutting it. This is what I call cutting corners on your way to what you think success is. Mr. Sam Bean says, this is what you need to do. A, B, and C. I like A and I like C, but B, I'm not feeling B. Cut it. Now you see your $1 million starting to disappear because now you're starting to cut corners. The same opportunity that's a multi-million-dollar opportunity that you said it was your $1 million opportunity. You said it. And now you're starting to question the leadership. Well, Johnny, I understand, man, you use social media and, you use Facebook team pages and things like that. But my generation, we're not on Facebook, we're on Instagram. Cut it. I understand that Mr. Buggs says we should create chat groups and be highly involved, at least, with people who are making it happen. And you say, you know what? I see everybody posting and they're screenshots of what pack they put. I see them tagging me and doing all this other stuff, and they're bragging about their promotional pack. Which one did they do? 1, 2, or 3? That sounds cool. But, I'm too big for that. Cut it. See, now your $1 million opportunity is starting to get cut right before your eyes because you are too cool to participate. You're too cool to show a person in your team that signed up this week what it takes to create a culture. I'm a black diamond who acts like a sapphire. I'm a black diamond that acts like a director. I'm a black diamond that acts like it's my first day. In this industry, I learned over 20 years ago, there's something called I'm too cool, ITC syndrome. I'm too cool. Johnny, I see you, elevating people and celebrating people, but you know what? I'm just gonna keep it cool and be natural with it. Cut it. See, here's what's happening. You're so cool, you're starting to cut into your $1 million opportunity, wondering why the path is not working for you, because deception would not be deception if it were obvious. See, you're deceiving yourself. I'm not missing the path. I come to every event. You may be here, but it doesn't mean you're present. You want me to say that again? You may be physically here. Crystal, I see you. I know you're here because I can see you, but it doesn't mean you're not thinking about getting home tomorrow and being with the kids, so you're not present. Do you understand what I'm saying? You may be here, but that doesn't mean you're present. But Johnny, I'm following everything that they say and it's not working. You think you're on the path, but really and truly you're way over here going in a different direction, but you don't know because you're so far away from the voices that can protect you, you have no idea which direction you're going. I'm your compass. Mr. Haynes is your compass. Cesar is your compass. It is our responsibility to keep you in the direction that works to build this business. But the moment we tell you something, or the moment you see us doing something and you count that thing out, I like everything about iBoomerang, but I ain't putting nothing in my nose. Cut it. Some of you are worth a multi-million-dollar opportunity in iBoomerang. You have everything that it takes to be successful building this business. You have everything that it takes to drive the train. You have the talent, you have the skills, you have the ethics, you have the work. You got everything inside you, but you choose what you want to pull off the shelf of tricks. Well, I like, I'm going to use this trick. Edwin Haynes just said something. I'm going to use that. That's going to be my new trick when I recruit the next person. But you only got that one thing. He gave you 10. You only accepted one. Cut it. See, being coachable and being trainable and being teachable makes you unstoppable. The moment that you second guess a leader that's living the life that you want, cut it. See, I'm smart enough to know that I'm not smart enough to know everything. As a matter of fact, I don't know too many people who are more coachable than I am that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Let me say that again. Michael Jacks, I don't know too many people. Matter of fact, I would say I don't know one person. I take that back, I do know some. I know very few people that have made it to my level that's still coachable. But they question their leaders. Most people who have made it to my level, they're still following their leaders, and that makes them coachable. But have you ever seen a leader shine? And they're incredible, and they're great at what they do, and you start seeing them fade because they question the system. It's because they're cutting into their opportunity. There are seasons in the industry, in 20 years, there are seasons where I cut into my opportunity. I'm not perfect in this area, but here's the difference. I will throw myself into the fire in front of my mentors so they can fix me. When I'm not doing right, I want Edwin to see it so he can fix me. If you call me your leader and you're hiding your mess from me, you're hiding the fact that you're cutting into the opportunity, you're not calling me saying, Johnny, I need to talk to you. You know, I know that I'm a Ruby and I've been at Ruby for about, 8 months and I really want to advance. I need to have an open conversation with you because I've been cutting into my $1 million opportunity. That allows you to fix it. Why would you allow yourself? Here's one thing I love about, Mr. Michael Jex is he will throw himself under the bus to me because he wants to get fixed. Some of you are hiding what needs to be fixed. How many of you want to put this back together in your business? How many of you want to rebuild that $1 million opportunity? See, this is you saying, I'm on that path. I'm moving. I'm grooving. I'm making things happen. I'm at Sapphire. 6 months later, you're still stuck there. It's because whatever you did to get Sapphire, you stopped doing. Whatever you did to get Sapphire, you started questioning. But here's the thing, you can always confess to your leader, and your leader is not the person who has the same rank as you. A leader is somebody that can pull you to the place that they're at. How many of you want to fix it? How many of you want to fix it? Get back in line and start putting that multi-million-dollar opportunity back together again. Because this is your first day in the business. And I'm telling you right now, I don't care how many mistakes you've made. I don't care how many times, listen to me. If you de-edified your upline or your leader to somebody else and your business slowed down, that's cutting it. Listen to me. There's not one person on the planet, Crystal's my wife, we've been married for 23 years, 24 years coming up. Have you ever heard me say anything negative about Mr. Holton Bugs in your life? No. If you heard one of my leaders say something negative about me, that's probably why their business was on hold. Just being honest. Stop putting your mouth in the words in a negative fashion against your leader, even with people you think you can trust. Well, I know it's my downline, but it's my brother. My brother, my wife, nobody on this planet has ever heard me say one negative thing about Mr. Edwin Haynes. Cesar, you're my new brother. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You are my new brother. Have you ever heard me say that on stage about somebody Michael Jex? Huh? Have you ever heard me say that, Crystal, on stage about anybody? You are my new brother. You know why you're my new brother? We met in this company. And typically it would take years for me to trust you on a certain level. But the way you love Mr. Holton Bugs makes you my brother. The way you protect Mr. Holton Bugs makes you my brother. You protect somebody that I love for over 20 years, you are my brother. Listen to me. We've got to come together and rebuild every negative thing and cancel every thought that you've ever had that takes this business away from you. I need you to understand this. This is the core of our boomerang. This is the foundation of our boomerang. Well, I don't like how my hands feel sticky for 60 seconds, so I'm not really feeling that new, that skin tech product. I don't care what you don't like. You don't walk into the grocery store and say, hey, do you guys sell anchovies here? And they say, yes. Ew, I'm not shopping here. You don't do that. You don't go to the gas station and say, hey, do you guys sell this? And if they sell it, I'm not coming back here anymore. It's an opportunity for people. It's an opportunity for the masses. It's not about what I like. It's not about what you like. It's about what's working. your emotions, your personal emotions about how you feel about certain things in this opportunity, and I promise you'll fix it. Fix it. Stop questioning your leader. Fix it. Stop choosing what event you're going to attend. Attend them all. Fix it. Stop not participating in the Zooms because you don't have a prospect on there. Fix it. One thing that I learned in this industry is when I don't have anybody at the presentation needs me. When I do have prospects at the presentation, I need the presentation. Either way, I'm going to be involved. Fix it. You started a multi-million-dollar opportunity. It's your responsibility to put it back together again. Fix it. This is your life. This is your life, not mine. Stay on the path of freedom and accelerate. Welcome to the greatest, most incredible opportunity on the planet. Boomerang for life, baby. Thank you.